What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Way, the Truth, the Life. I want to thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm just pushing and hoping that the channel will grow, and only you guys can make that happen. So I really appreciate it if you guys like, share, and subscribe. So without wasting more of your time, I'm going to get right into the video. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's been in my heart, and this needs to be said. And this is something that's so important that many people have addressed it. Many conservatives, many pro-life proponents have addressed it. But I feel like it's my time now to make my voice heard. And yes, please get this message out there. And the topic I want to discuss is abortion. Okay, this is a very touchy, kind of a difficult topic to address because people have very strong feelings about it, specifically the women. I'm married. I have 2 children of my own, so I can, kind of speak from experience the importance of life. Okay, and I would probably not have done a video like this had it not been that I'm a parent myself. So I am pro-life all the way. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I do want to, before I get into the meat and potatoes of the video, I do want to say that I sympathize with every couple that is going through making this decision. I want to sympathize in it. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. When you have an unplanned pregnancy, it really complicates life, and you have lots of things to do, and you want to succeed in life, but it's when you're sexually active, this is something that you have to accept, that being pregnant or being a parent, becoming a father or mother is a possibility. Nothing is 100% 100% preventative except abstinence. So if you do not want to have children if you don't want to have children before you're ready, then you have to do your best to practice abstinence. Having said that, I'm going to go right into it. God is not happy with the amount of abortion that's happening throughout the world. I'm not even talking specifically Canada and America. I'm talking throughout the world. And statistics say that the vast majority of abortion is because of just convenience. It is not because of rape. It's not because of incest. It's mostly because of convenience. Now, I don't care what the situation is. Killing off a baby before it's born is murder. There's no way around it, okay? Because this is life inside of you. Whether you want to say life starts at conception or proponents of abortion will say it starts whenever it starts, when it's outside of the womb, or what they have many ways of explaining when life actually starts. But if you're a Christian, you should know that life starts at conception, and even before conception, because in the Bible it says, God says, I knew you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. So God knew you before there was even, any type of conception. So in the eyes of God, this is wrong. We play by His rules, okay? We play by His rules. Whether you and I agree with them or not, this is His rules. These are His laws. So happy, unhappy, it's irrelevant to God, okay? Because God cannot stand sin, and abortion is a flat out sin, because you're killing someone that's innocent. So you're killing off a life. It is not our decision to take life. It is only God's. God can take life and He can give life, because we are His creation. So as a Christian, there is no pro-choice. There is only pro-life in every situation. So I'm gonna kind of discuss a couple of things, a couple of main points that people like pro-abortion arguments, or people that make pro-abortion arguments, because there's lots of them. So I don't really have time to talk about a lot of it in the video, but I'll just pick a couple of main ones to talk about and kind of just disprove it. Number one is they say it's my body, my choice. And this is such a bad argument, because on the outside it looks like that, oh yeah, it is their body. But when you look at it, it's not actually their body. It is, when at conception, a new DNA forms. This is a new person with a unique DNA separate from their mothers, okay? And separate from their fathers. That's why all of us are uniquely different, because God gives each person a new DNA. So although the fetus is inside of you, it's a part of you, but it is not you. It's a temporary resident. It's like being in a vehicle, you know? You're a passenger. The baby is a passenger in a vehicle until it's ready to come out. So it is not your body, unless you have 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs, okay? In which case you would be a mutant. It's not your body. It's a different body. It's the baby's body, and the baby should have a right on whether he lives or dies, or he or she. So that's one thing I want to clear up. It's not your body. It is uniquely different. And the second one they say is what's the second one they will talk about is no uterus, no opinion. So that is another really bad way of kind of degrading men, because this is specifically aimed at men. No uterus, no opinion. So meaning, if you don't have a uterus, you have no say in the decision that I make. But last time I checked, it takes 2 people. It takes 2 people to make a baby. It takes sperm and an egg. So we have, as men, have a right to an opinion. We have the right to have an opinion on whether this child lives or dies. Or not even, it's not even about living or dying. In some cases, it's about being able to voice what we feel is right. Like I'm voicing my opinion right now. I have the right to an opinion. Like, I don't have to, necessarily kill somebody to know that it's wrong. I can have an opinion about that. I don't have to be a murderer to understand it. And then I don't have to eat dirt off the ground to have an opinion that it's not going to taste very well. It's going to be gross, or whatever case you want to apply it. This is just a tactic that pro-abortionists will use to silence men's voices, and it's a really bad argument, because anybody and everybody is free to have their own opinion. That's just a God-given right. So those 2 things. There was a third one that I was thinking about that they used, that I just can't think of off at the top of my head right now. But those are 2 of the main ones. Okay. So what I want to say, for every child that is killed unnecessarily, God is going to hold that person to an account. Now, if you didn't know that abortion was wrong, God will forgive. Because you didn't know, and you ask for forgiveness. I know girls that have had an abortion, and they just didn't know that it was wrong. So once they've learned better, they've apologized, they've asked for forgiveness from God. That is clean. That their slate is wiped clean. So they are forgiven in the sight of God. But knowing so, with people telling you, with really complete arguments in favor of life, and you still don't believe it and continue to propagate this type of murder, God will hold you accountable. I'm sorry, it's like, it's a tough way to put it, but that's just the way it is. Only, like I said, only God can have the authority to take a life or give a life. And they say, oh yeah, the third one is that I just thought of now is they will say things like, it's just a clump of cells. In essence, it's not really human. It's just cells. Okay. Here's my problem with that. You are still, let's just say it is cells, okay? But you are still cutting off the procedure from the cells becoming life. Because those cells are maturing into a baby over the course of 9 months. So you can't say it's just a clump of cells and so we have the right to kill it because it can't feel anything. But you're still cutting off the procedure that it will have to become a baby. Okay? So I don't want to sugarcoat anything, you know? Like I said before, like I understand, you know, the things and the feelings that are going on in people's lives when they come to this decision. But remember, each action has a reaction. Each decision you make has a consequence. One on this earth and then one in the sight of God. So you want to make sure, especially being a Christian, that you do not fall for the pro-choice argument, because there is no choice. Now, if you want to say if somebody gets, raped, it's horrible. Rape is horrible, but it's not the baby's fault. It's not the baby's fault. Why should the baby be held accountable for the actions of his father or her father? Have the baby and punish the person who did this like horrible crime and to the fullest extent of the law that it will allow. But the baby did nothing wrong. Okay, so that's what I wanna drill in there. The baby did nothing wrong. And same thing in the case of incest. The baby did nothing wrong. So you can't hold the baby accountable for the sins of the father. And so that argument falls on its face. And again, like those are very, very rare cases where babies are born due to acts of rape or incest. So, I mean, those are just very, very minuscule cases. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to say, because this is something that is talked about, but I want people to understand that, especially Christians, that there is no choice, and each choice that is made in favor of cutting off life, God will judge. Just like he judges everything. He judges everything. So we have to be careful in what we do. Like I said, if you ask for forgiveness and all that stuff, he will forgive you with an honest and open heart. And this is one of the biggest reasons, I think, besides worshiping idols, and the main thing is like worshiping idols, and then the next one is like murder. Thou shalt not kill. This falls right into it. So those two things, God is going to really, really punish this world. Like, I know sometimes people don't say what they actually should say in fear of people being offended, but that time is gone. That time is gone. We need to lay the truth out. God will punish. And yes, those words seem harsh, and it's not meant to offend anybody. It's meant to lay it out straight, because in the eyes of God, there is only right and wrong. There is no gray area. That abortion is not a gray area for God. So that's what we want to remember before we do anything. But our God is a loving God. Jesus is a loving God, loving creator. And he will forgive you. If you come with an open, honest heart, he will forgive you. So if you have made that mistake accidentally, we don't judge you, but we do tell you that this is God's message on the matter. Okay? Because he said, before you were formed in your mother's belly, I knew you. In your mother's womb, I knew you. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that clarified some of like the conservative or the Christian position on abortion. And I sure hope that you guys share this video and share with people that may not understand how to counteract somebody who's in favor of abortion, because it is a hideous sin, and we need to be aware of God, what God thinks about it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, and yeah, let me know in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are. And as a Christian, there's only one. It's pro-life. That's it. God bless, and I'll see you guys again soon.